Good evening to you. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, it's Friday. It's Monday night for me. It's been a hell of a long one, but super productive. Started about 8:30 this morning and it's just gone 11 o'clock now at night. Super productive. One of the things I did earlier was we put out a live session to our Success Group's online members. And we were talking about sales because we're in our February sales challenge season, 28 days of I Love Sales. And we were talking about becoming a sales-led business. So what is it you can do as a business owner to become a sales-led business? Actually, it doesn't require much at all. It just requires you to adjust your priorities ever so slightly. All you need to do is bring sales to the top of your priority list. That's it. Do your sales activity first. Do your sales planning first. First thing on the Monday morning, you do your sales planning. You look at who you need to reach out, look at who you're waiting on, look at your opportunities. The beginning of every single day, literally, the first thing you do is look at your sales opportunities for that day. Once you've done your sales, you do everything else that you're doing already. You keep the high levels of customer care. You do whatever it is that you do positively to impact the world. I'm not trying to change you. I'm not trying to steer you away from having a really solid, authentic, honest business that you love. All I want to do is make that business successful for you. And the way you do that is you need to make sales a priority. Wednesday afternoon, the reason I didn't jump on here first thing this morning is because first thing this morning genuinely really was first thing this morning. I'm not particularly a lark. However, I had to crowbar myself out of my bed this morning so I could get up and go to a sales training session for a number of reasons. One, actually, because I just love education. I always want to broaden my knowledge in all areas around business and life, for that matter. And also because we're looking at potentially doing some work with this guy and just seeing how the two companies might fit together. I'm absolutely blown away, genuinely, with the quality of the training this morning. We had a nice lunch as well. I'm just gonna get my dog, hang on a minute. Okay, we'll try that again. I was literally about to lose my dog out onto the street here. Where was I? Yeah, absolutely blown away by the quality of the training this morning. For me, right, I'm yes, I'm into business skills. Yes, I'm into, your systems, your processes. I'm into all these kind of things, right? Business knowledge, acumen. However, the big thing that I'm absolutely 100% championing is really simple, which is ability isn't really what is going to make you successful. It's the application of the skills that you have. So whilst I always want to increase my skills, I want to level up my knowledge, etc. What we champion in our business is really simple, right? It's you, the business owner, through your mindset, your attitude, your behaviors, applying the skills that you have and the skills that you gain. Most people go on sales training and literally do nothing with it. Okay, so just had the hair well and truly chopped by the lovely Scott of Bravo Hairdressing. Now it's time to go back home. It's 5:30, which means what? Not the end of a day, of course. We're only about halfway, maybe 2/3 through the entrepreneurial day. I've got a good few hours of work still to do later on today. I thought what I'd add to you actually is, of course, I've come back from that training this morning. Tons of training. 3:30. I've got stuff I have to do this afternoon, or did have to do before I could come down here. So I haven't got time to go through my notes. I haven't got time to go back over what I learned this morning. I haven't even got time, certainly, to look at how I can apply this moving forward. So what I did do before I moved on to any other task was find a slot in my diary so that I could put aside the time to go back over what I learned today, go back over my notes, and look at how I can apply the training, where I can apply the training, how it can affect my own sales process, my own sales funnels. That day happens to be Saturday. I always say this, Saturday, day 6 of the entrepreneurial week. So yeah, I thought I'd add that to you, right? If you go to any training, etc., it's always good normally to give yourself a little bit of processing time afterwards. For me and Trace, it was a chat in the car, etc. However, I learned so much today, there was no way I was going to be able to process everything in just the 1 hour back in the car. So put some time aside, go back over your notes, go back over your training, ask the 2 questions I keep saying. How does this relate to me? How does it relate to my business? How does it relate to where I'm at in my own business right now? Where and how can I apply this? Ask those questions of yourself. Then you'll take that information and you'll start looking at how you can apply that information. But you do need to take the time to do this. As I keep saying, I said earlier, you know, most people don't apply anything. The reason is you go on train, you go, wow, that's amazing, that's great, and then you move on with your life. It's Thursday night, really long day today. Just had a chill out evening, actually, I'll be honest with you, just with Trace and chilling out in front of the TV as a wind down to a very long day of one-to-one coaching. It was all my boys today, and coaching on a whole host of on business issues, and obviously on personal development issues, entrepreneurial issues, mindset issues, etc. One of the things that came out of one of the conversations I thought I would share with you as a really quick kind of video for you today was the difference between your limitations or your limit and your potential. One of the guys came in today, and I said to him at one point, you know, you're probably just reaching your limit. And he didn't like this because he felt that he had so much more to offer, he had so much more potential. So I gave him this really clear distinction. I thought it might be important for you at home. The difference is this: at any one moment, there is a limit to what you can achieve based on a whole host of factors. In terms of your personal development, it's the limitation on your self-belief, your belief in what you can do, your confidence, your self-esteem, your certainty, your skills, your ability, all those sorts of things. In terms of your business, it could be systems, processes, your staff, etc., your resources you have available to you. All these things at any one moment put in a cap, a limit of what you're able to achieve, given the status quo as it is today. However, that doesn't necessarily bear any relationship to what your potential is, okay? Does this make sense? Our job in business, our job in life is to continually raise the ceiling on that limitation. It's what I call leveling up. We level ourselves up, level our business up, level our abilities, our skills, etc. We level them up. What that does is really raise the bar for where that next limitation is. And if we keep on raising that bar, we get closer and closer to achieving our ultimate true potential. It's Friday, and my message to you on Friday is always the same, which is dig in, fight harder, finish strong, do what you need to do in order to finish your week out, so you're in a place that keeps you on track for your short-term, medium-term, long-term goals, and of course your life. Okay, so I did my weights, I did my run today, and a little thought crossed my mind really, and I thought I'd share it with you. And this is the importance of setting the right goal around the outcome that you want to have. So you have an outcome, a desired outcome you want to have. In my case, I want to lose some weight, I want to get fitter, I want to get healthier, I want to get stronger again. And then you're going to work out, right, what are the actual goals you need to set. The goals you need to set are the ones you can measure, so that you can measure performance and tie those targets into the maybe intangible results you want. So I want to be fitter, so then you tangibilize, which is my word I made up, you tangibilize that by setting goals around what the achievement needs to be to give you the degree of fitness that you're aiming for. So getting fitter is quite intangible. So you sit there and say, right, so in my case, you know, I want to run 3 miles in under 30 minutes. That's it. That's my goal for the year. I haven't run for years and years. I got unwell, 6 years ago or more. It's been really slow recovery. So this year I'm really taking my health on board. Last year was really about recovering and sort of healing and get myself well, which I have. This year now is about getting healthy, well, fitter, stronger, losing the weight, etc. But I've got me really thinking about people setting goals, because what happens is you have an objective, you have an outcome you want, and sometimes we just set the wrong bloody goals. It's the wrong metrics to measure what it might be. Make sure you set the right metrics. Okay, so that brings me to the end of today. Obviously a really relaxing one for me, chilling out, just doing some stuff, getting in here and doing some real thinking, and a little bit of reconnecting, re-energizing, etc. I'm going to spend the evening with Tracy, going to chill out, relax, hang out. She's still a bit unwell, unfortunately, with this bloody cold and cough that seems to be absolutely laying people out and knocking them out for 6. Have the weekend that you need to have. For me, it's going to be a combination of some chores around the house I need to catch up on. Plus, obviously, we'll have some time out and relax and connect. But obviously, on top of that, there is plenty of work that I need to be getting on with. Next week's going to be a big week for us. Got quite a lot of stuff coming up next week, so I need to be getting on with my planning. So that is what I'm going to be doing. The weather's supposed to be awesome. I can't get enough of this for February, that's for sure. So yeah, have an awesome weekend doing whatever it is that you are doing. Remember what I said about making your efforts count. Get focused on the activity that gives you the outcome. Don't just think it's Monday to Friday. Don't just think it's 9 to 5. Do what you need to do in order to keep yourself on track for your short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals, your objectives, and of course, what it is that you are ultimately trying to create out of life in terms of the actuality out there, but also the experience of life you're trying to create for yourself in here. Have an awesome one. I will pick up on Monday and we'll do it all over again.